Greetings everyone, brace yourself for a nostalgic journey as we delve into the evolution of Mortal Kombat's cherished cast, embarking on a mission to unveil the captivating transformations of our beloved characters from their iconic roles to the present year 2023. Join me exploring the entire cast, revealing intriguing details about the characters' original names and the remarkable changes in the actors over the years. So prepare your popcorn, settle in, and let's unravel this fascinating journey together. Number 1. Renowned for his portrayal of Connor MacLeod in the Highlander franchise, Christopher Lambert assumed the pivotal role of Lord Raiden in the initial cinematic adaptation of Mortal Kombat. While his absence in the sequel was due to scheduling conflicts initially, later concerns about the script's quality prompted his decision. James Rohr, famed for his roles in Warriors and Dexter, took up the mantle of Raiden in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. In a delightful note to fans, Todanobu Asano embodied Lord Raiden in the 2021 remake. Lambert made a brief return to the character in Mortal Kombat 11 2019. Lending his voice to a downloadable skin feature, his likeness, though less visible in the contemporary blockbusters. Lambert's acting journey spans continents. From his 2017 appearance in the French comedy series Call My Agent to his role in the Academy Award-nominated Russian historical drama Sur. American audiences might remember his portrayal of Bastion Moro in a 2019 storyline on NBC's The Blacklist. Beyond acting, Lambert co-owns an Argentine vineyard, passionately explores the world and channels his creativity into customizing automobiles. Number 2. Robin Shou as Liu Kang. In the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, the central character Liu Kang is portrayed by the talented actor and martial artist Robin Shou. Despite it being Shou's first major Hollywood production, he arrived with 9 years of experience as a stunt performer, having worked in both Hollywood and Hong Kong. Notably, Shou also collaborated with fighter choreographer Pat E. Johnson to craft some of the film's thrilling martial arts sequences. In 1997, Shou returned as Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat Annihilation and took on the role of Gobe alongside Christopher Lee in Beverly Hills Ninja. He not only reprised his character 14K in the film's first two sequels, Death Race 2 and Death Race Inferno, but also ventured into the world of Street Fighter as he portrayed Jin in 2009's Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Additionally, Shou added another feather to his cap by playing a small role in 2006 film adaptation of DOA, Dead or Alive, achieving the rare distinction of participating in multiple fighting game movies adaptation. In a 2020 interview with the podcast Monsters, Magic and Metal, Robin Shou revealed his shift of focus toward the dedicated role of parenting a new chapter in his life's journey. Number 3. Lyndon Ashby, poised for a breakthrough in major motion pictures, catapulted into recognition with his portrayal of Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. Earlier, his supporting roles alongside Kevin Costner in Wyatt Earp and Luke Perry in 8 Seconds hinted at his burgeoning talent. Ashby, relishing the chance to infuse his improvisational flair into Johnny Cage during filming, grappled with the physical toll of demanding fight sequences. Discontent with the sequel's offered role, he declined to reprise Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, paving the way for Chris Conrad to take on the character. Post Mortal Kombat, Ashby delved into smaller action films and thrillers during the 90s and 2000s. However, it was 2011 that he reached his mark portraying Sheriff No Stalinsky in MTV's Teen Wolf TV remake. Despite time passing, Ashby maintains a connection to his video game origins. In 2019, he eagerly contributed new voice lines and lent his likeness for the Hollywood combatant retro skin featuring Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 11. This multifaceted journey showcases Ashby's evolution from a promising actor to a seasoned performer with enduring ties to the gaming realm. Number 4. Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa as Shang Tsung. Kari Hiroyuki Tagasawa is undoubtedly one of those memorable I Know That Guy actors, a steadfast member of movie ensembles, and a frequent guest star on television. He made his presence felt in action-packed films like Showdown in the Little Tokyo and Rising Sun before embracing the role of the nefarious Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat. While his appearance in Mortal Kombat Annihilation was brief, Tagawa stands out as the sole original actor to revisit his character in the web series Mortal Kombat Legacy, featuring in 3 episodes in 2013. Notably, he reprised his role as Shang Tsung in the Kono Killer version for the 19 release of Mortal Kombat 11. In the 2021 Mortal Kombat film, Chin Han succeeded him as Shang Tsung. Beyond the realm of Mortal Kombat, Tagawa continues to be a constant presence on the screen. However, Tagawa has voiced his frustrations regarding the limited range of roles offered to Asian actors in Hollywood, often leading to his portrayal of antagonist. In a 2006 documentary addressing this issue, the slanted screen Tagawa candidly expressed, "If I am going to choose between a wimpy businessman and a bad guy, I am going to play a bad guy because I got balls." Number 5. Bridget Wilson Sampras, formerly credited as Bridget Wilson, experienced a pivotal year in 1995, marking just the second chapter of her barquooning film career ignited by Last Action Hero alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger. In a cinematic whirlwind, she assumed lead roles in 2 enduring hits. Initially, she captivated audiences as a charismatic third-grade teacher Veronica Vaughn in Adam Sandler's comedic gem, Billy Madison. Swiftly pivoting genres, Wilson Sampras then seized the role of the formidable Special Forces officer Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat. Notably, this opportunity arose when Cameron Diaz, fresh from her comedic debut in The Mask, incurred a wrist injury during training for the film. Unfortunately, her demanding agenda precluded her return for the Mortal Kombat Annihilation sequel. It's conceivable that, like some co-stars, she scrutinized the script and opted against reprising her role. Number 6. Talisa Soto as Kitana. Talisa Soto, a Brooklyn-based actress, transitioned into the world of acting following a successful modeling career. She had already made her mark in the realm of blockbuster action films, notably starring in 1989's License to Kill. However, her role as Outworld's Princess Kitana in Mortal Kombat marked a significant point in her career. Subsequently, Soto found herself cast in a series of films that earned notoriety for their lackluster reception, including the ill-fated Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the direct-to-video adaptation of the pulpy horror comic Vampirella, and the 2002 action movie Ballistic X vs. Saver. It appears that Soto decided to step away from acting after the latter film in 2002. In the years that followed, Soto's credited acting appearances became rare, with only one credited role since her hiatus in 2009's La Moyenne. Interestingly, this film was written and directed by her brother-in-law Peter Bratt, while Soto has maintained a low profile in public life for over a decade and granted few interviews. She occasionally graces the red carpet at premieres and award shows. Number 7. Trevor Goddard's portrayal of Kano in Mortal Kombat remains etched in gaming history, showcasing his acting prowess and an iconic Australian accent. However, the intriguing tale of his alleged boxing background from Perth, Australia, unraveled as a fabrication during his Hollywood days. This deceptive narrative persists in online interviews, contributing to the enigmatic aura surrounding Goddard's personal life. Beyond Mortal Kombat, Goddard found stability in the CBS series JAG, embodying Lieutenant Commander Mick Brumby across 42 episodes. Despite Mortal Kombat standing as a pinnacle in his career, Goddard's film journey didn't mirror the same success. Sadly, his life was tragically cut short at 40 in 2003 due to a drug overdose. Number 8. Chris Casamassa as Scorpion in the F of Mortal Kombat. The character Scorpion stands as one of the most iconic figures from the video games. In the original 1995 film adaptation, however, Scorpion held a minor role, known for his silence except for one unforgettable taunt, "Get over here." This character was brought to life by the skilled stunt actor Chris Casamassa, who not only portrayed Scorpion but also served as the on-set trainer for his on-screen adversary Johnny Cage, played by Lyndon Ashby. Chris Casamassa's association with Scorpion didn't end with the first film. He reprised the role in Mortal Kombat Annihilation and made appearances in 4 episodes of the short-lived syndicated television series Mortal Kombat Conquest in 1998. Beyond Mortal Kombat, Casamassa's stunt career showcased his TT in various productions, including in 1998 film Blade and a noteworthy role as George Clooney's stunt double for the Caped Crusader in Batman and Robin in 1997. Today, Shihan Chris Casamassa has taken on a different mantle as the president and CEO of Red Dragon Karate, a martial arts school founded by his father, Shihan Sensei Louis D. Casamassa. Back in 1965, he continues to share his expertise as the head instructor at their Glendora, California location, passing on the legacy of martial arts to the future generations. Number 9. Francois Petit, the enigmatic force behind Sub-Zero's iconic mask in the Mortal Kombat film, hails from the versatile realms of French talent. His influence on the film reached far beyond the screen. Petit played a pivotal role in assembling the team of stunt performers, showcasing his diverse skill set. When the quest for a fitting Sub-Zero actor proved challenging, Petit stepped into the role himself, balancing this with his on-set responsibilities of orchestrating thrilling action sequences. Despite the character's reduced scope, Pattit's impact was palpable. Notably, he also assumed the role of fight trainer for Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, adding another layer to his multifaceted involvement. Beyond Mortal Kombat, Francois Petit's legacy extends into the realm of personal training, leaving an indelible mark on luminaries such as Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. His contributions to the 1990s WWF, now WWE, as a member of the medical staff are etched in wrestling history, with a poignant moment attending to Mick Foley after the infamous 16-foot fall in the Hell in a Cell match at the 1998 King of the Ring event. Number 10. Stephen Ho as Shan. In the 1995 film adaptation of Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang's brother undergoes a name change, becoming Shan. With Liu Kang's departure from the Shaolin monks to the United States, Shan steps into his brother's shoes, diligently preparing for the impacting Mortal Kombat tournament. In 1989, he ventured into the world of filmmaking under the guidance of action legend Jet Li. He assumed the role of Lee's stunt double and heavy in a series of Hong Kong films. This opportunity arose when Jet Li, in the process of recovery from an injury, selected Ho to stand in for him during the climactic fight scene of Longai Tiana, also known as Dragon Fight in 1989. During his 30-minute set, he opened for seasoned comedians Jeff Phillips and Joe Wong, whose routine covered various aspects of his life, from his experiences as a Hollywood stuntman to humorous encounters with his Italian in-laws. A standout moment in his performance was when he incorporated the original head prop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to The Secret of the Ooze into his act, adding an unexpected twist to the show. Number 11. In the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, Peter Jason takes on the role of Bill Boyd, affectionately addressed as Master Boyd by Johnny Cage. As an accidental karate master and one of Johnny Cage's revered martial arts instructors, Boyd's brief yet pivotal presence adds depth to the movie. Johnny Cage, portrayed by Peter Jason, holds a profound respect for Master Boyd, often referring to him as his sensei. Jason's illustrious career spans over 80 films and 100 television series, showcasing his versatile talent. Noteworthy roles include Con Stapleton in the acclaimed TV series Deadwood, highlighting Jason's acting prowess. Additionally, his supporting roles in iconic films like 48 Hours and Arachnophobia underscore his enduring impact in the entertainment industry. Number 12. Keith Cook. As Reptile Master Keith Cook Hirabayashi, credited as Keith Cook in Mortal Kombat, was already a renowned martial arts competitor before venturing into Hollywood action movies in 1990. He shared the screen with martial arts legend Cynthia Rothrock and back-to-back films Sheena O'Brien and Sheena O'Brien 2. Cook's impressive skills and background made him a sought-after addition to the world of action cinema. When the first test screenings for Mortal Kombat revealed the audience's appetite for more action, Cook was brought in to enhance the film's fight sequences, taking on the role of Reptile. His decades of martial arts experience made him an ideal sparring partner for Robin Shu's portrayal of Liu Kang. Cook returned to Mortal Kombat universe in 1997, this time with a fighting and speaking role as a new Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Over the years, he has trained numerous Hollywood stars including Jan Zhu, Selena, Rosa Slazar and director James Cameron, preparing them for physically demanding roles in the industry. Number 13. Sandy Hellberg, the versatile director, assumed a pivotal role in Johnny Cage's latest Mortal Kombat film. Originally slated as a cameo for renowned filmmaker Steven Spielberg, due to scheduling conflicts, Spielberg graciously relinquished the position, paving the way for Hellberg's stellar contribution. Hellberg's artistic journey transcends Mortal Kombat, encompassing significant roles like co-starring in the NBC miniseries 7 Park Avenue and featuring in a CBS movie of the week More Wild Wild West. Notably, he was initially cast as Heyman Purser Burl Gopher Smith in the Love Boat's pilot episode, a role later inherited by Fred Grandy when the show evolved into an ABC television series. Beyond acting, Hellberg alongside his wife Harriet ventured into writing, penning episodes for iconic television series such as The Golden Girls, Perfect Strangers, Dear John, and Harry and the Hendersons. In his personal life, Sandy Hellberg has been married to casting director Harriet Burnball since 1975, and their enduring partnership has borne two sons, Mason and actor Simon. Noteworthy is their compassionate act of adopting their granddaughters Lily Rose Hellberg at the tender age of 4 months, born on May 12, 2016. Embarking on a retrospective journey through the Mortal Kombat 1995 cast, we unveil the enduring legacy of these gifted actors and actresses. Their indelible mark spans martial arts, cinema, and Hollywood, leaving an indelible imprint. Despite diverse career paths, their contributions resonate globally, and the Mortal Kombat film's lasting impact endures. As we bid farewell to his nostalgic expedition, we eagerly anticipate the future endeavors of these luminaries, forever cherishing the iconic moments etched in the Mortal Kombat realm. Gratitude for joining us on this evocative stroll down memory lane.